Here we are with another evening of God, Guns, and Glencairns, and there's actually 6 of us here tonight, isn't there? 6 of us?
Yep.
Some of us are hiding in the shadows.
Yep.
Tonight they're a little camera shy tonight.
Yeah, you'll have that.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that, but
It's probably the spotlight.
anyway. We're going to start off tonight. It's dark here in wonderful Wyoming, and we're just going to start off with a little prayer right out here on the gun range. That's okay. So Father, just thank you for this time when just men can get together. And I just pray that you would protect us tonight as we dig into some guns right off the bat. We're going to do some shooting, and I just pray for your protection, that everything would be safe. I just thank you for the privilege we have of being able to do this in this country, that we have the right to do that. And I just thank you for that freedom that we have here. I just pray that you would be with us as we, a little later on, as we get into your word, that you would just let it speak to us through the Holy Spirit. And I just thank you for this time once again with these men. And I just ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
So anyway, tonight we have one of our newest members, Brian Foster's here with us. And Brian brought a few handguns, and I'm just going to turn it over to Brian and let him talk about a couple of them, and then we're going to probably just get into depth on the revolver. I'm guessing is what we're shooting tonight.
We can. That'll work.
And we'll play with that and do a little review on that in a little bit. So what you got, Brian?
Okay, we'll start out with this older one here. These are all 410 capable. This gun actually, I'm not sure how old it is, but I'm sure it's from the 40s. My granddad sold Shetland ponies on the ranch where I live now, and there was a fellow from California that came every year with a Cadillac Coupe de Ville, and he had the back seat taken out of it, and he'd shove 2 of them Shetland ponies in there every year and take them back to California.
That's my kind of guy.
Well, after about the 3rd year he was coming, he showed up with this little H&R, they call it a handy gun, and it's 410, and he gave that to my dad. So that's been around for a long time. It's a pretty cool little gun.
Little prized possession that we're not going to shoot tonight.
Right, we're not. Yeah, I'm not going to put anything to that one. That one's done being shot. I don't think it was ever shot a whole lot. Next, we got a newer type version of that. We have got a Rossi, and this thing will shoot either it shoots 410s as well, but it'll shoot up to a 3-inch 410, and it also shoots 45 Colt. It's got a scope rail on it. I've had this for quite a while, and I've never even shot it. Just one of those that I picked up. So it's basically the same thing as this, just a newer version. I bought this so I can teach my wife to shoot it. We have snakes pretty bad where we live at, so I thought this would be nice for her to shoot snakes with.
Mm-hmm.
Rattlesnakes. So
A little hammer spray on one of those.
yeah.
Yeah. 18's getting them.
This here's
15 rattlesnakes we've gotten this year.
this here's a snake charmer. It's also 410, and I believe it'll shoot 3 inches too.
Oh yeah.
It's got a spent one in there. But I've had this since I was like junior high and high school. My dad bought this for me as a Christmas gift one year, and it's a pretty nice little deal. It's got extra storage for 4 shells in the stock. It's just a break open, another snake gun. And then I've been looking for a Smith Wesson Governor pretty much since they came out. I'm not much of a stainless guy in pistols, but I was looking for one, and I was at the store the other day, and I saw this one, and the wood grip is what got my attention. Something about that wood grip with that satin stainless just tripped my trigger. So I thought, well, it's not black like I wanted, but I think I'm gonna pick that one up. So I picked that one up. So I think this is the one we'll shoot. I haven't shot it yet, so we're going to give her a whirl tonight.
You get to go first.
Yeah,
I've
you're
got
gonna be
some-
the first one to try her out.
Yeah.
I've got some different ammos here. I've got just some straight bird shot, and then I've got some Remington Ultra Defense, and that's just a buckshot. There's four pellets in there, and then this Hornaday. I don't never know whether I pronounce that right or not. Hornaday, or depends on who you talk to. And this is, it's got, they call it a 410 triple defense. It's got the little slug that comes out first, 41 caliber slug, and then it's got two 35 caliber round balls that come out behind that.
Nice.
So it'll really tear some stuff up.
Yeah.
And then this stuff here,
Better, if not, two of them will.
this is the Winchester Defender self-defense round, and it's got 3 of the plated defense discs, and then it's got 12 plated BBs that come out behind them discs. So I'm thinking that's probably the one that would really tear things up
Absolutely.
if, you know, if it came down
That's
to
probably
it.
some high dollar ammunition.
Yeah,
too.
it's not very cheap.
I think for this little shoot that we're going to do tonight, we should probably go with some cheaper stuff.
That target.
Yeah, we can just use that
Target
target. We can just
stuff
use that target stuff
And
there.
I do have some 45 long Colt if you want to do that.
Okay.
About that judge a little bit. Open that.
It's a
Cylinder
governor.
up.
It's not a judge.
Right,
I've
I'm
had
sorry.
I've had 2 of the Taurus judges, and I didn't like either one of them. But
so if you look at the ammunition, you'll see, if you look at that little lip around the top, that's what is used most of the time in revolvers to keep that bullet from going clear through the cylinder.
I'm
So
just
if you
going to
look
let
at
her rip at the far left target there. Maiden voyage here. Kind of hard to see that front sight, but uh-oh. I don't know what happened there.
Might be why it was for sale. Let me see. Is it even?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a little divot there. I was wondering if it had a.
What's in there, Westbridge?
Try shooting it double action.
Nope.
No.
Is it striking the primers?
It's
Yes.
putting just a little divot in there.
Light striking?
So another thing,
Yep.
test your weapon before you take it out.
Yeah.
Firearm.
Just
Firearm,
Don't-
sorry.
Not
Yep.
weapon, Mitchie.
Firearm.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm the weapon.
I do not like that.
Yeah.
I will be returning that to Shields to see what.
Let's pop those out of there.
Do we want to grab another one more?
Grab a 45 long Colt, Mitchie.
I got 45
Oh,
Colt.
he's got, never mind, he's prepared.
It's Dean. He's always prepared.
Not always.
Just try one. That's what I would do. Just one.
I'm gonna set these live rounds back down. Those are the pitted ones. So
The pitted ones, okay.
yep.
Should just cock it and it'll go up to full to the round.
Okay. Ready? Fire in the hole.
I got her.
That got it. Sticking out further.
Yeah. So let's see how that works.
Did you have to shove it in there real hard?
No, it went in easy.
Yeah, I think them other shells are a little.
So try this and see.
Okay, we're gonna try this again.
There we go. We're going to be a little closer for the next shot.
Yeah, it did. It covered that
Well,
whole
you can
paper.
see BBs everywhere there.
It covered that whole paper.
Did it go through?
Okay, so I've got shotgun shell first, and then the 45 long Colt second.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot one of them double action. probably the first one, the shotgun, and then I'll shoot the other one single action. I just want to get a feel for how heavy that trigger is. Everybody have ears?
Yep.
I said I was going to, okay, the first one's going to be single action, second one double. I already cocked it.
There you go. Or not.
They got to be over on the
Yep,
right.
other side. Okay, so it'll be 45 first. I didn't feel a whole lot of difference either. It's pretty comfy.
What we have, you can see how maybe that primer on this one is down in there farther than this one on the shotgun shell. The shotgun shells here shot fine, but this one here you can see the little divot in there where it didn't go off, so that primer must be down in there just a little farther. So make sure you use your ammo, make sure it fires before you round that baby up
Right.
and expect to use it for personal protection.
Right.
Anybody else have anything they want to add?
Yeah, no. Mitchie grabbed that light. Jared, you want to say anything about it?
Oh, yeah, we got to do our review stuff, huh?
Yep.
Okay. I'll just stand close to you, Dean. It'll work.
That works. That's good thing I like you.
Yeah, buddy.
So I thought it feels really good. It's a
Yeah.
really comfortable
Yeah.
handgun
Right.
and fun.
Yeah. In typical revolver fashion, it's nice and forward heavy and correct balance. So
But
when she touches off, it doesn't jump real
I
bad.
I didn't feel a lot of recoil,
Yeah, it transfers
even
nice
with
in
the
your hand.
410.
so you can tell on that hammer that's actually, I think, a pretty light.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
I've-
pretty comfortable.
I've-
Full double
I've
on
done
it.
some that you have to flat get with it,
Yeah.
Right.
and so
And
I
you
would
end up
guess this
seeing
to be
this.
probably an 8-pound pull
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not
But
too.
then when
it's
you
not
do
too awful
this,
bad.
when you do this, boy, hang on.
Oh yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
it's a hair finger.
It's
They
ready.
go hair
It's
finger.
ready to go.
Yeah.
It's
But,
ready to go on single.
Pretty gun.
So
Um,
It is a beautiful piece.
Given the performance of it, though, it's got me real leery. So
I'm
I'd
going-
have to go through a lot of ammo before I had my confidence back in it.
right.
I wouldn't carry
And
it.
maybe
I believe I'm going to probably take it to a gunsmith and have them look it
I
over,
mean, I'd start
Yeah,
with
look
the
at that.
manual and see if there's any references
and then
that say it's supposed to have, you know,
or even
like the
go
Rhino
online and see
situation.
if anybody
Right. Yeah.
go online and see if anybody has any saying
You know,
it.
everybody
Maybe
online will
something
have
just
an opinion.
happened.
Yeah.
You know, maybe this isn't supposed to shoot a plus P around in there. Maybe somebody's done that.
Yeah, I don't.
And
I
it
brought
might
that
have-
up to him as soon as we
Might
looked
have,
at it earlier.
yeah, might have messed up the firing pin in there a little bit. Maybe all it needs is a new firing pin.
Yeah, boy, that'd be handy.
So, yeah.
As of right now, though, I would not trust it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Honestly, like we were just talking about the Smith & Wesson versus the Taurus, right? We're talking about going from a Smith & Wesson that we had a couple rounds that wouldn't do it,
Right.
right? And now you take a Taurus and that was doing it nonstop. Doesn't matter what you put to it, it just hammers down every time.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one of those. That is one of those things. Like Dean was saying, take the time, shoot some ammo through it.
Yep.
But honestly, I would take that gun back and be like, "Hey, man,
Yeah.
hand me another one."
I'm
With
definitely.
that said, though, shot them pistol rounds just fine.
Yeah.
Sweet, right? Sweet.
I mean,
Yep.
I'm right there at the 9
Yeah,
ring, so
I bought it at Shields, so I'm definitely going to call Shields and say, "Did you guys fire this
Yeah.
or because
Was it brand new? Was
no,
it
it's
sold
it
as new?
is a used
okay,
it's
okay,
a used
so you got
gun.
a little bit of a
It's a
variable
used
in there.
gun, so
Do they have a place to fire at Shields?
I don't think so.
I mean, they probably
I-
have the tube up front.
I-
People bring guns
I
in to
don't
shoot
know.
into, but maybe not a place to go shoot.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right next door, there's
You could take those shells and show them the little divot that's in them.
right.
Sure could.
There's a shooting range right next door to Shields. There's a shooting range.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Liberty?
that Liberty Arms.
yeah.
Liberty
You can
Arms, yeah.
take some shotgun shells and
Yeah.
some 45 Colts. Feel free to have those
Okay.
and take them with you, and you can show them how that shot, because that's a good divot in them.
Yeah,
But you can tell on this one the primer's way out there compared to them ones you got.
correct.
You know, so
Yeah, there might be something in the book that says, hey, you can only shoot these rounds as well. So I would
Yeah.
definitely check that before Shields makes you look silly.
Now, is all those is all those shotgun shells, right? Are they all Federals, right?
I know these are the ones that didn't go off.
The ones that didn't go off, this was a this was a Winchester load,
Okay.
and the others were
Yeah, that's definitely low set.
Fiocchi or
Right.
But it shot these.
yeah, it shot that one.
Interesting.
Right.
But it didn't shoot
might
them
be a
cheap-
manufacturing
Didn't shoot that.
push. You know what I mean? Of
Yeah.
quality.
Anyway, we learned a little bit.
For sure.
Brian's going to go get it checked out,
Yep.
and we're just going to do
That
we're
one
just going
works
to do
good,
one.
too.
Yeah, that.
We'll just start with one, and then I'll just go with what I got.
Perfect. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, all right. Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty by which Christ has made us free, and not be entangled again with a yoke of bondage.
Yeah. So Christ has made us free. We all agree with that, right? And we cannot do this on our own. Some people think that they have that when they live in freedom, they can do whatever they want. So we do live in a country, thanks to our military, where we are free to do as we please.
I got a different version. Mine's way off.
Oh, okay.
Mine's
Yeah.
way off this week.
Thanks to our military, you know, where we are free to do as we please, but this is not the freedom that Jesus is talking about here in the Bible. Jesus gave us, or Paul is talking about,
685.
he's talking about the freedom that Jesus gifted to us, that we have received by faith.
16, yeah.
So stand fast means it is not easy. We have to work to stay in this place of liberty. And when I think of the yoke of bondage, I envision myself trying to walk in freedom without the Father's guidance. And I would constantly be entangled by the snares of this world. Satan's after us all the time. I think what Paul is trying to say is that the law of Moses, so the law of Moses is over 600 laws that those guys were trying to keep up with. You know, and that's what this chapter is a lot about, is that the law doesn't mean much. But the over 600 laws does not have to entangle them and the Jews anymore, but to accept Jesus as their Savior and their freedom. So when you accept Jesus, those laws go away. But they're thinking that they've got to live by the law, and that's what's going to get them to heaven. So, okay, number 2. Unless you guys had something to add to that.
No.
No.
Indeed, I, Paul, say to you that if you become circumcised, Christ will profit you nothing.
So back in the law, Moses' law, that was a thing. Back in the Old Testament days, you know, you had to be circumcised. You had to be circumcised. And if you weren't circumcised, we don't need to spend time with you. We talked about that with Jesus or Peter and
Barnabas.
Barnabas.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that they didn't want to be a part of the Gentiles because the Gentiles weren't circumcised. And, you know, if you're going to be part of us, boys,
That's
not the case.
That's the part that was really stumbling me, was
so
the whole
here's Paul's
circum-
telling you that Christ, or
And I-
the circumcised,
I was just way overthinking it,
yeah,
is what I
It will
was
profit
doing,
you
trying
nothing.
to read more into it
And
than,
then if you
than
go
there
back
actually was.
in John 16, I think, or maybe before John 16. I don't remember the exact chapter of John, but it talks about how James was teaching the Gentiles that they had to be circumcised and everything else, and Peter came along and was like, "Nah, you're you're not supposed to be teaching this kind of thing anymore." But James had convinced Barnabas to actually go with him instead of staying with Peter, and then it was like a big,
verse 3.
Verse 3. And I testify again to every man who becomes circumcised that he is a debtor to keep the whole law.
You had to keep the whole law. So that would mean to not waver from that law,
Yeah.
you know, one bit. And they too were sinners. They could not do it. They could not stay in that law completely 100%. But to follow the law only and to abide only in that law was pretty much rejecting Jesus at that point. So
That's lots of laws to
Right.
try to
how could
remember,
you
right?
keep up with that?
Yeah.
You know, good grief.
That's way too many. Simplify it.
I guarantee if
Like
you
this.
counted them now, the laws that we know and follow
Oh,
every
yeah,
day on the
sure.
way to work
Right.
beat 600 easily.
If we
Oh,
follow
probably,
them
yeah.
all.
Control.
But do you
Probably,
follow
yeah.
them all?
I don't.
Heck no. I am not a rule follower.
Well, how can
I'm not
you?
even good at following God. I'm still working on that.
Right.
And I'm trying to do that.
That's a daily struggle every day.
Yeah.
Verse 4, Rich.
You have become estranged from Christ, you who attempt to be justified by the law. You have fallen from grace.
That's quite a statement.
Fallen from grace, yeah. There's just Jack Hull, I think that's what that's saying there, is that you cannot get anywhere by your works. It's from grace, by grace.
You become estranged. Like, there's times like, even now, like I'm still new into this, right? Like it's coming estranged, trying to figure stuff out. Like I'm in another Bible study as well, right? And they are so far above me in what they're talking about that I'm grasping it and I'm taking it all on. But they are rattling stuff off that I was like, I feel insufficient or
Yeah.
right of what they're talking about, and I was just like, at that point, just like I'm not on your guys' level.
Yeah.
So then he starts. Do you take a step back at that point? Does that become estranged because you start thinking about other things?
No.
But to the laws, I was like, one step to the next step. But then you come to a place like this, and I was like, dude, we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Like we're not out talking somebody and trying to
No.
put it up one way or another. So, but the estranged part comes really quick.
I'm sure.
Yeah, instead of trying to follow all them laws, wouldn't it be just so much easier to just say, hey, Jesus, I'm yours.
I'm yours, right?
Verse 6.
5.
5.
5. Sorry, 5.
Okay. I was like, okay.
We skipped something there.
Not much for following directions. But okay. For we through the Spirit eagerly wait for the hope of righteousness by faith.
Yes.
We walk in the Spirit, we walk in faithfulness. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Listen to the Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
When you accept Jesus, that's what He does, is He gives you that Spirit.
When I was going through that, verse 5 hit me for some reason, and I wrote down, we will never reach absolute righteousness without the grace of God. And upon entering eternity with Him,
Yeah.
we'll never be completely righteous here as human flesh.
Yeah.
But the minute we go to see Him and meet Him face to face, at that point we will be completely righteous.
Mm-hmm. But I would say some folks would use that as an excuse to not, almost like give up, right? Like, oh, if I'm never going to get there, why try? And it's like, well, the challenge keeps you focused, right?
Right.
So the effort to always attempt it keeps you focused on the path. And if just being on the path and attempting to do better creates better in your life, is that not worth going after?
Well, I've actually run into people that kind of use that as an excuse to not, as
Right.
their excuse to not follow.
Yeah, you could pull that out of context and use it as a
Yeah.
reason to not follow God.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have to. Well,
There's also some, I don't know what the right word is, we'll call it religions, that use verses like that to leverage guilt,
mhm,
right, in their religion. So that's,
absolutely.
obviously, I'm not real excited about that.
Yeah.
I got enough guilt in my brain. I don't
Right.
need to add it through God. So that's one of those where I think context really helps pull that to show you where it's positively bringing you and what the actual reference really is.
All good?
Yes, sir.
Verse 6, for in Christ Jesus neither circumcision nor uncircumcision avails anything, but faith working through love. We've talked about love a lot.
We have.
Love is one of the main commandments.
Yep.
We need to have love. And Brian says, I know this ain't a man thing, but I love you, man. We've all told each other that.
Yeah.
We love you.
100%.
And you know, it's a tough thing. It's just something we're not.
To love as if
Comfortable
we
with.
had God's heart is almost unimaginable,
But,
because there's some people we don't want to love.
Mm-hmm.
But if we follow God's command,
Yep.
it's our duty
Yes.
to love everybody we come in contact with.
Yep.
so what matters the most is faith, working through love, and both of those, faith and love, were absent
Mm-hmm.
in the law.
Yeah.
So, we can have faith without love. We can have love without faith, which means neither work. Our love must have faith,
Mm-hmm.
a trust in Jesus for what he did for us. That's deep
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
when you think about that. How strong is my faith? A lot of people think faith is going to get into heaven.
How strong is your love?
Is your love going to get you to heaven?
Nope.
But faith through love, where's your faith going to take you? Faith in love.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7.
7, like this one, I was just reading through this one, and this one is kind of like, I enjoy this one, and it kind of hits a little hard too.
Mm-hmm.
You run well. Who hindered you from obeying the truth?
Who pulled you away from what
Right.
Jesus taught?
And
Mm-hmm.
I've been there, and it's myself that usually pulls myself away.
Mm-hmm.
It's my self-doubt, my
Mm-hmm. It's self, period.
self. 100%.
Yeah,
Yes.
self.
Yes. Let's stamp that. Yeah. 100%. Yes.
Stop.
Yeah,
That's it.
full stop.
Wrap it up.
Yep.
I go back to a different translation on that one, and it says you were running a good race.
Mm-hmm.
Who cut in on you and kept you from obeying the truth?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It almost gives it, it's the same thing, but it almost gives it a different twist
Little
on the
bit
meaning.
different,
Yeah.
Yep. Lays it down a little different.
It's not what we're doing for Jesus. It's what is in our lives that's keeping him away from us.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot more than that than what we have that we're,
Mhm.
there's a lot more keeping us away than there is keeping us close.
Verse 8, whenever you're ready.
This persuasion does not come from him who calls you.
There's not much you can talk about there. It's just like
Pretty straightforward.
it just
Yep.
doesn't come
Yep.
from
Yep.
Jesus.
Yeah. It ain't God that's taking you away.
Yeah. Nine. Just
Number 9.
yeah.
Okay. A little leaven leavens the whole lump.
A little leaven leavens the whole lump, and then what would make that understand better is a little corruption will corrupt everything
Oh, okay.
So you think about,
if it's not removed.
yeah, you don't get a half a
Uh-huh.
loaf of bread to
Yeah.
rise or not rise. It's either the whole thing or
Right.
nothing.
Yeah, because if you just say a little leaven leavens the whole lump, it's like, what? I didn't know what that meant.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Right.
the bread metaphor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to get half a loaf of bread to rise.
Well,
The
true.
whole ball of dough is going to
Yeah.
rise or not.
Right.
So
I got you.
And one little speck of yeast
Mm-hmm.
grows into unimaginable amounts.
Yeah.
thank God. As I drink the fruits of their labor.
In moderation.
Yep.
Verse 10.
I have confidence in you, in the Lord, that you will have no other mind. But he who troubles you shall bear his judgment, whoever he is.
So in Matthew, Jesus taught us to not lead the little ones astray.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the judgment's going to fall on you, whatever you do.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11, if nobody else has anything on that.
And I, brethren, if I still preach circumcision, Why do I still suffer persecution? Then the offense of the cross has ceased.
Paul makes it clear he no longer preaches the necessity of circumcision. Instead, he bears the offense of the cross. The whole point of Jesus dying on the cross was to say, you can't save yourself. I must die in your place, or you have absolutely no hope at all.
Mm.
When we trust in legalism, we believe that we can save ourselves. The offense of the cross is really the glory of the cross, and legalism takes this glory away.
Mm-hmm.
It's another reference where he's illuminated the point through
Yeah.
confirmation of a different light.
Mm-hmm.
I had different words in my head to say that clearer, but that's what came out. So, but it's like seeing this example, why I'm not following the circumcision, because it wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So when you go with God, it makes a lot more,
Mm-hmm.
to his point.
Oh, is it my turn to read 10?
Yep.
Did you read that?
Sure.
This is a good one.
I'll read another one
Or
if you want.
12. 12 says, I could wish that those who trouble you would even cut themselves off.
Yep.
So that's going beyond circumcision. That's like, hey, if you're, why don't you just go the whole way, cut your whole tallywhacker off?
Yeah.
You know, everything.
Yeah.
Get rid of it. You know, and when we look at that, we look back, it talks somewhere in the Bible also about, you know, a thorn being in the church.
Yeah.
If there's a thorn in the church,
Yeah.
cut it off, cut it
Yeah.
out, throw it out. Because you don't want that thorn to grow.
Right.
Or fester.
Mm-hmm.
Be like the leaven,
Yeah.
corrupt the whole
Yeah.
loaf.
Mm-hmm.
So, something you gotta be careful of, something you gotta be bold about, but you gotta do it with love.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do it with love? Throw somebody to the street with love. You know, take away evil.
Grab by the scruff of the neck, carry him to the
I-
street. Love you.
That is
But-
one of my hardest things. Is telling someone with love to go pound sand.
Yeah,
I was
pretty
like-
much.
It's
I love you, brother, but you're a
You
thorn in
got-
my side.
I can't anymore, right? When I've done this to a few of some friends that I've called friends in the past, right? I can't do this.
Yeah.
I was like, I have to stop and I have to walk away. I was like, you guys are going someplace that I don't want to go. I was like, my gut and my heart and everything's telling me not to go that way. It's kept me out of trouble, trusting my gut and my heart. But, and that's Jesus looking out for me as well, and God looking out for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, but
Yeah,
man,
he's in here now,
oh yeah.
and he's in here,
Yeah.
and you're feeling it
Well,
because he's poking you, saying,
I'm listening
this
now.
don't fly." Right,
I'm listening now.
right.
It's hearing it and feeling it. I've always felt it, but it's like not registering it enough to be like, what was that?
Yeah. I think if you pair that with the act of forgiveness, it makes the whole scenario easier to manage.
Yeah.
So, because you don't feel that pressure of like, oh God, I'm turning this person away, or I'm making this an uncomfortable situation, because you don't feel as though there has to be an argument, right? You forgive them for what they're doing and what they are, and maybe the path that they were bringing you, or whatever the deal is. You can kind of add that forgiveness to the whole scenario and just say, no thanks, man, I'm busy today.
Yep.
And then tomorrow, no thanks, man, I'm busy today. And pretty soon they'll see it.
Mm-hmm.
And you weren't rude, you were just uninvolved, right? So you're calm, you're at peace, right? Peace is a good one. You're still focusing on the love in your heart because you take that situation with forgiveness in mind first, not the distaste for what the actions were or the guilt for what you were following.
Yep.
So I think if you kind of refocus that to a positive thing, it helps make that whole situation walk away and you have peace in the midst of it. But of course, forgiveness is also an effort too. So
This-
sometimes that's tough.
This translation goes right to what Dean was saying, pretty much different words, but it says, "As for those agitators, I wish they would go the whole way and just emasculate themselves."
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
When I read this, I'm like,
Yeah.
that's just what
Yeah.
Dean just said to T, just in different words.
Yep.
Just go the whole way and
Yeah.
Demasculate.
be done with it.
Elacetate.
You
Emasculate.
Emasculate. Emasculate.
Put one of them rings on you, those
There-
elacitator rings.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Little green band.
Yeah, that'll do the trick.
Ooh, buddy. I got the
Put a
pliers
rubber
in the
band
truck.
on there.
Strap it right on
Put a
there.
rubber band in there with a stick in it and just twist it once every day.
Or wire if you're doing horns.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a tail band
Are we
for
on
a sheep.
13?
Yeah, 13.
For you, brethren, have you called to liberty? Have you been called to liberty? Only do not use liberty as an opportunity for the flesh, but though love serves one another.
Through love.
Through love.
Serve one another.
Serve one another. I think that was my little text I sent out this morning, wasn't it? Was it about loving one another and
Mm-hmm.
yep.
how good that is? Well, Jesus came to set the captives free, not to keep them in bondage. But once Jesus sets you free, does not mean you're free to do as the flesh wants you to, but to do as the Spirit would drive us to do, that would be pleasing to God. We overcome flesh by getting out and serving others through love.
Which is very much like verse 1, chapter 5, right where we started.
There's a lot of
It's like a reiteration, re-emphasis of the
Yeah.
point.
there's a lot of stuff right now, or a lot of media wise, or that you hear right now that say, for you, brethren, right, have been called to liberty, but do not use liberty as an opportunity for the flesh, right? You're using it for your own drive. That's another twist, but
Mm-hmm.
it's there.
It's like when the strict parents raise a sheltered child and they finally move out on their own and they go wild, right? They finally get their liberty and they follow the sins of the flesh after it instead of using that liberty to go to church more often or find a fellowship more frequently or spend more time in the Bible or, right?
Lots of other things.
Yeah.
Well, you let a horse loose, a colt loose,
Oh boy.
right? if you're not yeah.
Yep.
We see so many of these homeschooled kids that don't have any other interaction.
Mm-hmm.
They have no social skills.
Mm-hmm.
And when they leave the nest, it's like, where has all of this been?
I think one of the
What am I
largest,
going to do with all of this?
one of the clearest
Sensory
examples
overload.
might be Rumspringa,
Right.
right? For the Amish.
Yes, I was thinking
The
the same thing.
Rumspringa.
Yep.
Yep.
My daughter's thinking, she's going to pull her son out of public school next year as a fifth grader. I said, that's okay and good, but he needs to be involved.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of
Somewhere
work
else.
to homeschool, and it's not
As
just
well, he needs to be with other kids at some point, whether these kids are good. He needs to see both sides of things still, because a lot of these kids aren't seeing the bad side of things.
Yep.
I talked to a
And
kid the
that's
other
the
day that's
problem.
homeschooled, and I said, "Why do you homeschool?" And he says, I'm the kind of guy that doesn't have a lot of self-confidence in myself, and I'm afraid that peer pressure will lead me astray from what I believe in."
Wow.
So I get that, I see that,
Yeah.
but
But are you supposed to live in fear? Or are you
Well, we
supposed to
could-
That's pretty strong. How old was this kid?
I'm gonna guess he would probably be going into freshman, sophomore.
That's pretty profound
Yeah.
to be that young and to be able to see that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that if half of anybody actually gets to know what they actually teach, like not everybody has a teacher as a spouse.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to know a lot of the curriculum that she actually cuts out of her teaching part. And if y'all only knew about some of the crap
Yeah.
that is
Thought we
trying to
got
be-
rid of that crap.
Oh yeah.
There's still a lot in
You
there.
got rid of
It's all getting sneaked
public
in one
edge.
way or another.
Yeah.
It's
There's a lot more
There's
than what you'd
they're
ever
still
imagine.
they're still filtering it in, just in different ways.
that could be on a different topic, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
there's a lot more than what you think.
all right, Brian 14.
For all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this, you shall love your neighbor as yourself.
The attitude of service towards one another fulfills the great command: love. You shall love your neighbor as yourself.
I kind of like 15.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
It's
Well, read that.
it's the powerful contrast.
But if you bite and devour one another, beware lest you be consumed by one another.
Exactly.
Think of wild animals
Mm-hmm.
in a pack.
Yep.
Get to fighting against each other,
Oh, yeah.
devour each other.
On the way to Greeley on 392 at the Wells Ranch, what has anybody been down there on the Wells
I
Ranch?
used to haul oil
His
out of
pipe-
there a long time
On
ago.
his pipe fence there, when the whole deal was going through, it says, "Without law, we will soon become as animals," or
Mhm.
something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Is that the one where he's got the entire wall of fence, a 6-inch
Yeah.
Yeah,
pipe?
that's
yeah.
Steve
yeah.
Wells.
Yeah.
Colorado's oil baron.
Yeah, he's locally known as the Kook. But yeah,
Yeah.
he put some
put
pretty
some good
good
stuff up
quotes out there on that fence.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
It's
that one's
straight
been there-
out of the Bible,
That one's been there a
so-
long time.
yeah.
And from what I understand, a very believing family. They have
Yeah.
good. They have.
I don't
good
know them
values,
personally,
but I
but
don't.
I'm
I
curious.
don't know them either. I know people
Yeah.
that work for them. But
Yeah.
From the people I know that work for them, they say, yeah, they're pretty devout.
Have they worked for them for a
Yeah,
long time?
The
Is
one,
that-
the one kid has worked
Sometimes
for
that's
them for a
better.
long time.
Okay, cool.
So is that like I said, pack mentality, right? Is that kind of what they're talking about? If you bite and you devour one another, pack mentality. Beware, at least you consumed by one another. Everyone's going to eat each other up.
It's
Or
kind
be
of like the
consumed
opposite
in
of love.
in bad.
Yeah.
Right.
So if
Bad
you have the action of
habits.
love towards your brethren, love your neighbor as yourself, you
Yeah.
get that reciprocated love, right? You're
Yeah.
innocent. This table is based in love and built from love and carries
is,
love and
yes.
projects love,
Right.
right? Inversely, if we sat around and just started talking crap to each other and pointing out faults and
Oh,
being jerks and
table
all
be-
that,
the table
right?
be
We'd be
flipped
biting
up.
each other
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
would consume us all,
Yeah.
Right.
right? So,
This
but if you bite and devour one another, beware, lest you be consumed, right? Like, you can do that if you want, but pay attention to where it ends, man, because it might be the demise of you and your friends.
Right.
Similarly to your example, if you were to continue down that path with them folks, you probably wouldn't end up in a place where all of you were successful,
Right.
right?
Correct.
Inversely, you get into a pile of folks that support you and build you up and want better for you and offer love and support and guidance through the Bible and etc.
Correct.
Hopefully, we're all more successful because of it, right?
100%.
Or at least not hurt.
yes, yes.
You know,
Yeah.
emotionally, mentally, physically.
Drained.
Yeah. Yep.
That's when you get after I got home after the second week and told my wife that you guys had invited me to be full time. She's like, good. She said, I've seen a tremendous difference in your attitude.
Yep.
Right.
I didn't want to be around people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife asked me
I had
tonight, she's like,
nobody
are you
that
liking
I
this?
felt
And I was like, yeah.
comfortable being around.
She
anymore.
goes, okay.
Yep.
And that says, please keep doing it.
Yeah.
That's her tone said, please keep doing that. It's good for you.
Yeah.
The study part of this Bible for 14 and 15 says when we are not motivated by love, we become critical of others. We stop looking for good in them and see only their faults.
Yep.
Soon the unity of believers is broken. Have you talked behind someone's back? Have you focused on others' shortcomings instead of their strength?
Mm-hmm.
Remind
Yeah,
yourself
I gotta
of
change my ways.
Remind yourself of Jesus' commands to love others as you love in yourself. Matthew 22:39. When you begin to feel critical of someone, make a list of that person's positive qualities.
Ooh, there you
If
go.
there are problems that need to be addressed, it is better to confirm in love than in gossip.
Oh.
Okay, so I use this exact mindset to stop watching the news. And I know I've said this repeatedly, so I won't go through the whole diatribe, but every time I watched the news, it was a negative story, instilling a negative emotion, focusing on a negative thought,
That's all
and
they
it
do.
would instigate importance to yet another one, and it would roll and then I would feel negative, whether it be angry, frustrated, confused, demoralized, disenfranchised, insert any other negative feeling in there. It just fed that into me. And I was like, I'm not interested. I don't want that anymore. So I cut it off. And all of that went away. And one of the ways I proved it, because I always like confirmation, is I've got one of my horses. I always keep a junk horse as a project thing to keep me tuned up, right? One of my junk horses, I found the positives in him. Because his name is DJ, and DJ is short for dumpster juice. Because that horse is trash. Okay? So, DJ, as trash as he is, he's got good feet, and he's a sweetheart. He's just dumber than a bag of hammers, among many other things. So, that mindset allowed me to not just hate that horse all the time, because you can certainly find reason to. It let me find the positives in him and build more towards the positives, because the way I train is always focus on the success. It's one of the tenets. So, that mindset exactly is why I got away from any version of news, because I don't think it's healthy, and I don't think it brings you closer to God, and I don't think it carries any value in your day-to-day life.
Right.
And in turn, I've also started to distance from politics, generally speaking, and that has also brought a wonderful unintended
Brings a smile to your face,
of
doesn't it?
positivity.
Well, what is the news without politics nowadays?
Okay, right? So that's
Goes
part of my
it's
point,
hand
right?
in hand.
Yeah. So
And what is
that
politics is
mindset,
negative.
that's how I put it in action. And that was one of the biggest recent effects in my life that I can use that mindset to give an example of.
That's
And it's
cold over there?
That's
boy, it's
been my
nice.
nightly thing for years. Well, especially since Trump's first term.
Mhm.
Was at nighttime I turned on the shows that I like to watch. And here in the last week, it's like I don't even turn the TV on at night.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm there by myself, I'm either in the
It's
Reading
baseball
the Bible?
playoffs. There's nothing more relaxing than watching a baseball game.
Relaxing. Yeah, we'll go with that.
I like my outdoor channel.
I'd rather watch an aquarium full of fish than I would a baseball game.
Yeah.
Same.
Or
I'm not a
golf.
sports ball guy
Or golf.
anyway, but
yeah. I'm-
Now, with that said, you want to talk about watching something boring. You remember that show Modern Marvels? It was
think
real
a
big
little,
in the late 90s, early
Yeah.
2000s.
Yeah.
So I have a Samsung TV, so I get Samsung TV, the
Oh, yeah,
TV channels for
Right.
free on the TV. And they have an entire channel that's nothing but 24/7 Modern Marvels. I'll click that stuff on there, and even some, like the engineering disasters one. Like, I can watch those reruns,
Right.
but I could watch that channel all day. Because it's like learning something, picking something up, seeing how it's built,
Yeah,
seeing how
it's
it got
made,
destroyed.
Yeah.
You know, like that kind of, man.
Mhm.
Like you like watching baseball, I could leave that channel on all day and just hear it while I'm doing other stuff, and I'd be perfectly happy. People are
I
like,
like
Just to pick it up, you're like, what was that? Like,
yeah. Stacy's
like the
like,
show.
oh God, not again.
the show they had on for a while. I can't remember what it was called, but they basically was trying things that people would send in and say, "What happens if you do this?"
Oh yeah.
And I can't remember what the name of that show is. That intrigued me because they was always doing something. And I had
Yeah.
a chemistry teacher in school like that.
Yeah.
Like Mythbusters?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
That's what I was thinking too. There's a couple redneck versions that have expounded on that idea.
But yeah,
since.
MythBusters
Oh.
was the original, and then
Yeah.
but like I said, I had a science or a chemistry teacher the same way. We'd say, "Well, what does it do if we mix this?" And, well, let's see.
Yeah.
We put this in a beer, boom, blow a hole through
Okay,
the-
don't do that again.
Yeah, the rubber stopper and come out and go through the. So, well, we don't want to do that one again, do we?
Okay, getting back to this
Yes.
here, we got a little off track there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just human nature what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
It's human nature. You know, you
Right.
watch the news, you do whatever, and you might know somebody that's on that believes and agrees with what you're seeing that's bad on
Yeah.
the news, and that tends for you to look at them in a bad way.
Mhm.
You know, so you were saying stop watching the news, and well, that's all good and everything, but get into the Word and start reading the Word more and occupy your time in this,
Mhm.
and you're going to find that. I mean, that's what I find
Mm-hmm.
is that I don't think I'm perfect. I still get mad. I still sin.
Yeah.
I still point fingers, and then I try to take it back when I realize I'm stepping and getting away from the Word.
Mm-hmm.
So
But those are all lessons.
all lessons, yeah, absolutely.
It's the same as forgiveness, right? Like the same prayers that you're saying in the morning and night. You just be like, hey, I'm sorry, I did not mean to say that. Like
Yeah. You know, I've had to call people up before because I've acted wrong to them or said something wrong to them, and later on when you think about them, it just tears you up
Yeah.
after a while. And Forgiveness is a tough thing,
And
but
God wants it. God tells us to do that, and sometimes it's a hard
oh,
pill to
it's a
swallow.
hard deal. You know, to call
It's
somebody
like-
up and say, "Man, I am so sorry, but I
I-
wronged you."
For the last couple
And,
days, I've got some people that I need to apologize to, and I just like,
You don't want to make that call.
I don't know how to do it yet.
Mm-hmm. We'll just
I've
keep
got,
praying
I've got
for
to
it. We
be
can
in,
pray for
I've
that
got to
too.
be in here some more
Yeah.
before because
But man, what a good
I'm
feeling
really,
when you
I'm
can-
really irritated, but I know
Yeah.
God's
Once you
telling me.
forgive them, and
Mhm.
You don't have to have anything to do with them after that,
Correct.
but you need to let them know
yeah, that you have forgiven them, and that,
whatever happened,
and you hope they
whether
forgive
you knew you did it or not.
Mhm.
You need to
Yeah,
forgive them.
it's a
and-
tough deal,
and
but what a
let
good
them
feeling
know.
when you can make that work.
Right.
Yeah.
When you get it done, it's a good feeling.
I've done it with a few, but there's a few that, boy, it's tough.
What number are we on?
16.
16.
Who's reading
Rich.
I say then, walk in the Spirit, and you shall not fulfill the lust of your flesh, of the flesh.
If we walk in the Spirit instead of trying to live by the law, we naturally shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. The key to righteous living is walking in the Spirit, not living under the domination of the law.
Well, we just kind of discussed that.
We did.
Yeah.
Like that was legit. Like that was
Everything.
everything
Everything
right
we just
there.
talked about.
Kind of led right up into
It
that.
did, yeah.
Isn't that amazing how that works
And we didn't
sometimes?
even know. I didn't read further to see it, but yeah, that's it.
17, Rich. No, who? Oh,
Yeah, I got it.
Jared.
For the flesh
Sorry,
lust,
Rich. I'll go again.
for the flesh lusts against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary to one another, so that you do not do the things that you wish.
Wow, that's a good
Yeah,
one.
so the Spirit and the flesh are contrary to one another. They don't get
That's
along.
Yeah.
Constant battle between the old man and the new man. We talked about the old
Yeah.
man and the new man
Yep.
quite a bit. Yeah, get rid of the old man, bring on the new. But the old man still lingers in there. It's always that memory, you know, of the old man and what
Yeah,
the
it's
old
always the
man
past.
lusted for, and man, how do you get rid of
No
that?
matter how much you try to move on from your past, it always tends to
Sitting in there,
just
just waiting.
tickle a little bit
Yep.
once in a while.
Always going to have that. We're always going to have that
Temptation.
temptation, and that's not going to go away
No.
until we die
Yep.
and are resurrected.
Boy, what a
And
weight
full
will be lifted when you
resurrection
get that feeling.
Right.
Just imagine how that'll
My
feel.
goodness. Dean, you're on 18.
Okay, let me read it. But if you are led by the Spirit, you are not under the law. We've been talking about that a lot.
Yeah, we have.
The flesh is not found in the law, but in the Spirit. And if you are led by the Spirit, you're not under the law.
Now the
Can you
worst.
do 2 verses?
Ooh.
Yeah, I can.
Hey,
Or do-
big time.
We got to get through 21.
Yep, yeah, let's do
19,
it.
20, 21. That's a lot.
Hey, I
You
might,
got
I
this?
might screw it up, but let's do it.
Full sin.
Now the works of the flesh are evident, which are adultery, fornication, uncleanliness,
Lewdness.
lewdness, idolatry,
Sorcery.
sorcery, hatred, contentions, jealousy, outbursts of wrath, selfish abandonment,
Ambitions.
dissension, and
Heresies.
heresies.
Boy, you got the good one.
Here
Yep.
comes a good. Here comes more.
You keep going through 21.
21. Yeah.
Envy,
Envy.
murder, darkness,
Drunkenness.
drunkenness. Jeez.
What do you-
Dyslexia,
you've been drinking?
dyslexia, man. I literally have to read it like 3 times just to make sure it comes out right, and that still doesn't come out right.
You're all right.
Revelries.
Revelries
That one.
and the like, of which I tell you beforehand, just as I also told you in the time past, that those who practice such things will not inherit the kingdom of God.
So there's a lot there,
Yeah.
but he couldn't mention everything. But what could you add to that? in verse 21a, first part of 21a, it says, so, envy, murders, drunkenness, revelries, and the like. That covers it, and anything like
Right.
it. So if he missed anything,
Yep.
it's still in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was pretty good little find. But
I think one of the worst things that we see these days is how our society has bred envy,
Yeah.
jealousy into people, and it drives me I find myself preaching to people.
Yeah.
Do not envy others. Be proud for what they have.
What
Don't
is
be jealous of what they have. Be proud of what you have.
Yeah.
Be proud of them for attaining that.
Right, exactly.
They call it keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
but that doesn't mean, you know, we're all sinners.
right.
Yep.
We're human.
Yep.
And that's not saying we're not going to do these or have
Right.
them in our lives, but the key issue here is that we're not going to practice them.
Correct.
If we're living in the Spirit,
Don't make it a habit.
Mhm.
right.
Yep.
If we're living in the Spirit,
If it
the
starts to
Spirit's
become
going
a
to,
habit, then
it's
you got a
gonna-
problem.
Yep.
yeah.
Well,
Well, the
that-
Spirit's going to guide us away from it.
Right.
That goes back to 20, selfish ambitions,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Boy, I struggle with that one a lot.
Right,
Think-
because what we work for,
Yep.
and what we strive for, and where we got to where we are now, it took a lot of ambitions. But like I said, to get to where you are, how many people did you have to that had to get moved around to get to where you need to be?
But was it just you that did that? That's the hardest thing as a man, is to sit back and say, I didn't do this. It wasn't me. Yes, I did the work to do it, but it wasn't me that got me where I'm at, because that's been really hard for me.
Yeah.
Right.
Is because you can do all this work, and you were the one sweating and bleeding and everything else, right? But it was only through the grace of God that you got to where you are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so hard for people like me to be able to understand that that's what it is. And as far as the selfish ambitions go, it can go all the way back from when you were a teenager. And just that constant dread, you got to do this work and you got to put all this hard work into it. And then to come back and say, that wasn't me that did any of that. It was God. That wasn't me. God put me in this place. I didn't put myself here. God gave me this opportunity. I just think that it needs to be opened up and actually examined a little bit deeper as far as that goes, because a lot of people struggle with that.
That's actually a good. Now I look at my son, right, and why I said, hey man, you got to take a little bit more responsibility. You got to do some certain things. You got to step up with certain things. Well, these certain things, like, am I telling him the wrong way, thought process to get there, or is it get him to step one before it's step two, or is it? Yeah, it's a very big.
God helps those who help themselves as well. So you still have to put in that amount of work,
Yep.
but you have to have the mindset. Like it took me years to be able to say what I'm telling you is
Right.
It's like the mental fortitude has to be there in order to open up and accept what it really is. So yes, he has to be able to put in the hard work. He has to think right now that he needs to be able to sit down and say, I accomplished this. And you have to be able to give that to him. And then later, you have to show him at the same time that
Why he can be thankful for it.
exactly, yes,
Right.
thank you. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
because it's the way it's gotta be. I guess is the only thing that I can say is it's the way it has to be.
Yep. Part of the selfish ambitions for me that I struggle with is I find so many things that I want to get better at, I want to
Oh,
do, I
for
want to
sure.
complete, I want to have. And there's a lot of eyes in what I just
I was
said.
just gonna say, did you just hear that? I want.
Yes. So, I wanted to create this lifestyle. I wanted to create this ability. I wanted to have these things. I wanted to bring all this stuff. Now, granted, I did want to create a lifestyle for a family, but it was never what the family wanted. It was what I wanted
Right.
to build. So
Yep.
my focus was always, I'm going, and I'm the type that's going to run at it no matter what until something hits me with 2x4 so I can change course. So that selfish ambition has probably been where I get head down and lost.
Yeah.
And we had mentioned early in the podcast about having your head up when you're walking and looking where you're going and believing in
Yep.
God and seeing the way forward intentionally, right?
Yep.
So that was a good one for me because a lot of times I put my head down and run at the things I want.
Yep.
But it's too much I and not enough we
Correct.
being God and myself. So
Yep.
Well, that's where I think
raising boys that are supposed to have a household and bring their household to God, that's a big one I gotta focus on.
Yep.
It's been a struggle for me.
what we think we have to do and what actually needs to happen, right? We think we need to, like for me, I'm on the same page. Put my head down. I'm gonna work until I can't work anymore, until I fall down. Well, at that point, what falls off at that? The family falls off. God falls off. Relationships. Everything falls off. Personal contact.
Yep.
Everything that you need to make us a complete whole
Yeah.
falls off.
Yep.
And that's the part where you don't realize it until you actually
Exactly.
hit the end of your rope. Hit the end of the dog on a chain. He's
Yep.
gonna hit it.
Pretty much.
He's gonna pull up and it's gonna pick your head up because you're gonna run that into that chain and be like, okay, hold up.
I think the biggest thing that we need to remember as parents is teaching our kids about God. That's our number one job as a parent, is to teach our children about the Lord.
And for the young men to help bring their house
Yep.
to God.
Yep.
With or without a family, whatever you've got, you
Correct.
bring your house to God.
One of the songs we're trying to practice and sing again, we've sang it a couple times, we're singing it a third. Trying to get the congregation to kind of learn it
Yeah.
and know it more, is I boast in Jesus. All my boast is in Jesus. You know, and if we think about that, well, it's all about me. I.
Yeah.
Well, as long as your I is not boasting about yourself
Right.
and everything you
Give them the
do,
grace to God.
you're going to give the grace to God. You're going to try, because that was my goal here.
Yep.
Was my dream was to find a place where I could get men interested in stuff like guns and wildlife, and bring them in and then share the
Yep.
gospel with them. So, you know, that's my boast. All my boast is in Jesus. And so I'm hoping God sees it that way.
Yeah.
Well, if you can get the grown men to do it, then they're gonna go home to their sons
Yeah.
and pass that along, and
That's
You know, I think that should actually be something that's taught more, honestly, is trying to teach fathers and give them the confidence to be able to go home and actually teach their children about God in a gentle way. And it's got to be a gentle way, or it's never going to work. I can tell you that. And I think that's something that actually needs to be around the globe, is we need to be able to teach fathers how to teach children about God.
and
It
that's,
used to be the community that set the example through action. And now, how many communities are that way? I mean, it's pretty rare to find
that's
a good one.
extremely tough for men if
For
you're not raised that way.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where I
Yep.
struggle.
I wasn't raised that way.
breaking the mold.
My mom was a very strong church-going Christian, but my dad
Yeah.
was a different story.
Right.
So, you know, the teachings I had
Right. Exactly.
came from my mom.
Whereas I
You know,
should have been.
not that I didn't need the ass whoopings
Right.
that my dad give me
Right.
from time to time.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Because
it
a
be
lot of the
cool
kids these days don't get them ass whoopings when they really need it.
if
but-
there was an event that happened, like a men's retreat in the mountains, or
I see what you're going. I see what you're doing, Dean.
might be even an event in Pine Bluffs, Wyoming.
There might be.
Could be right over there.
Could
Wouldn't
be.
it be cool if we could walk around as a group with others and invite people to this event?
That would be good.
The church that we go to when we're in Muleshoe with Shelley and Brian, they do a walk to Emmaus. And it's a men's walk to Emmaus. They don't go anywhere, but they're confined to the building for the weekend. And they do it once a year for men and then once a year for women. And it's a huge thing down there. And they bring people in there, and unless you have a valid reason for leaving,
You're stuck.
the door
You know what?
the door stays locked.
One other thing
We got you here, we're keeping you here.
Yeah. Yeah, one other thing we could do is we could even set up like have a bonfire night, like the students are doing tonight.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And if anybody wants to come out, talk.
We got the floodlights now, so it doesn't get dark.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, though?
We'll light our path across all the prairie
Well,
roads.
I went to an event like this down at I guess some would call it like a mega church or something like that, you know, a big church. And I went to an event. They had hot dogs and stuff you could eat, and they had a live band. They had cornhole tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
But just something like that, to where if you can get men together around and actually talk a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
just open up, just a little bit.
There's a lot of men that are that close,
I know.
Because
but they're not willing to take that final step because
honestly,
I'm a man and I'm not
I
gonna
think,
do
that,
this.
I think that comes back to the love thing as
Yeah.
well, right? Because they do not know how to say love except to a spouse.
Correct. Or their
Right?
children.
Yeah.
Or the children, right? As like that's the part of breaking down the boundaries. Like, man, this we're not talking about anything, but like, dude, we're here. We love you, man. Just like,
Yeah.
what you got?
Yeah.
Bring it. I mean,
Yeah.
like between us here, we can solve any problems. It's not solve
I was
problems.
gonna say,
No.
watch what you.
Not solve
I know people
problems.
that do things for people that know people.
Right? Well, I was like, not solve problems, but I was like, at least discuss it out loud so
Yeah.
you're not
Talk
think-
about it.
in your head. You're getting it lost in your head, and you're getting
Yeah.
you're wrapped around the pole.
Yep.
Just we can
Yeah.
And
figure
you're not
it out.
alone.
Yep.
You're not alone. We all go through it. That's a part of when you get alone. Everyone else goes through it as well. You just think you're doing it by yourself, and that's a big struggle. I've been through that
Or
exact
that
same
you have
thing.
to solve it by yourself.
Correct.
You guys want to hear something else crazy? This goes right in 22.
So
Pretty
about
much.
20
If anybody reads
thinking
along
reading
a little bit,
We're there.
we're there.
I've got notes for 22 to 26, so that's where I was going.
Okay, who are you on?
It's-
I think we're on you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're up to you, bud.
Eating.
Oh,
There you go.
It wasn't saying.
I knew he was going.
Just a Miller mom.
Yeah,
He likes it.
we can sanitize that a little later.
I've eaten bugs before.
Yeah, that's all right.
So you want me to just finish it up?
Where we at, 22?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's all kind of the same. It's
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
might as
kind
well.
of the same
we can
type
do that.
thing.
Yeah, might as well go for
But
it.
the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such there is no law. And those who are Christ have crucified the flesh with its passions and desires. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. Let us not become conceited, provoking one another and envying one another.
There it goes. We just had a whole conversation about all of that.
And what I wrote down, that was something that caught my eye earlier today. I wrote down the fruit of the Spirit only grows in us when we are obedient to God's commands and deter from sin.
Long suffering. What actually does that? Because all one word, not broken up, right? Is that? Is
It'd be like
Is that a different meaning than? I guess I'm not. Because it says joyful, peace, and long suffering, and kindness.
You're willing to go through whatever it takes here on earth.
Yep.
it's like the cost of offering.
Staying
respect
faithful.
is the way I think of it.
What was that? What verse was that?
Yeah, because it just because
22, I
the
think.
way that's said for me, the
Yeah,
way I'm
22.
reading that, interpreting that, should not be in the same place as joy, peace, and kindness, right? Like long suffering.
It's the faith you have. It's the joy you have in knowing that whatever crucifixion or what's the word I'm looking-
Persecution?
persecution
Yep.
that you're going to go
So
through.
getting away from that word, it says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control.
So
Against
patience.
such things there is no law. So
They
so
trade
patience
Yep.
is
Another
Yeah.
word for long suffering.
right.
Yeah, and if you pray for patience, you will do some long suffering.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, even when you have patience, you do some long suffering.
This is true, yeah.
I mean,
I've prayed for patience a lot of times, and it's very disheartening.
Yes, it is.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
even
learn
simply-
patience the hard way.
Because it doesn't come
Easy.
overnight.
No.
That's something that could be
Yep.
15 years
Yeah.
before you see it.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Even
Well,
in,
go ahead. Go ahead.
even in simplicity with my students, it's difficult to watch them. You know, you have to let people struggle through
Yeah.
things. That's what makes them remember, right? So if they can't remember how to tie a Windsor knot on a saddle, knots are difficult for people. I don't know why, but they don't sink in people's minds. So there's a lot of days where I watch 7, 8, 9 different students all struggle with tying a Windsor knot. All the while, I have to stand there and let them have a little bit of struggle to go through it, you know.
Mhm.
And I watched the 9th person spend 20 minutes trying to tie a Windsor knot, and it's like, okay, I've given you 7 different techniques. At this point, you just got to struggle a little bit. So that's a really simple version of the patience and the cost of patience.
Yeah.
It's like a really light way to express that, and it's, you know, it comes at a cost to have patience, but it's so worth it.
Mhm.
Did you have notes for
Well, it
that?
starts off there with the fruit. Fruit of the Spirit conquers all works of the flesh. And it says fruit has several important characteristics, if you think about that. Fruit is birthed by abiding.
Mhm.
Fruit is fragile. Fruit reproduces itself. Fruit is attractive, and I can tell you how I know this is because I have never seen an ugly Honeycrisp apple.
I had a good one the other day. That Honeycrisp
I
apple,
mean,
nice.
have you seen a rotten one?
I have. But it was delicious.
Anyway, fruit nourishes.
Mm-hmm.
So the first mention is love. And love pretty much encompasses all that follows. There is certainly no law against all of that stuff we just talked about. Love, joy, peace, patience, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. If a person has the fruit of the Spirit, he doesn't need the law. He already fulfills it. 24. God has a place for our flesh with its passions and desires. He wants us to nail it to his cross so that it may be under control and under the sentence of death. He uses the crucified. This reminds us of what Jesus did for us on the cross. It reminds us of what we are called to do, to take up our cross and follow him. It reminds us that the depth of the flesh is painful, and it reminds us that our flesh must be dealt with. Verse 25, if we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. The Spirit has given you life. Now let the Spirit direct your steps. Paul is saying, keep in step with the Spirit. And then verse 26, let us not become conceited, provoking one another, envying one another. Paul writes this as a warning, as he knows some will be conceited in thinking that they are now are always right and everyone else is wrong. Believers need to be careful that we don't become too confident in what they are contemplating about always being right. When we are always sure that we are right, it will provoke others. It will rub them the wrong way, start a conflict. If we cannot accept the fact that someone else may be right, we resent them, we envy them.
Mhm.
So that was my notes from that. This chapter, I just did a kind of a thing that says this chapter tells us to examine ourselves. Most problems are in us, we kind of already admitted that,
Mhm.
and need to be dealt with by the Holy Spirit. And we should pray this prayer. Lord, deliver me from that evil man, myself. All we must do is yield to the Spirit of God and begin to truly walk in the Spirit. So,
I've had that conversation with myself quite often in my head, delivery from myself,
yeah.
because that is, I'm my own worst enemy.
Mhm.
Do you have anything to add to that, Brian?
I'm sure you guys have noticed by now, I love to compare
Yeah.
stuff, and I've
Oh, I
got
do
like-
that too.
I've
Yeah.
got 4 different study Bibles out on my bar at home all day. When I'd come in from working outside, I'd come in and I'd read one version. I'd come and I'd read all the side notes and everything. In one of them, not this one, one of them it refers to 1 Corinthians 2:12, and I'm going to read 2 different versions. I'm going to read, I can't remember, I think this is the NIV, and then this is from my BFD, Bibles for Dummies. 1 Corinthians 2:12 says, we have not received the spirit of the world, but the spirit is who is from God, that we may understand what God has freely given us. And then from the Bible for Dummies, it says, and God has actually given us his spirit, not the world's, so we can know the wonderful things God has freely given us. And kind of goes back and basically says the whole thing in one little
Yeah,
blurb.
We're blessed.
we are.
"25 is a single verse by itself that is a reiteration of something that's repeated so frequently. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit, right? So this one is one that's tough for me. I was raised in faith. I was taught faith. I've known faith all my life. Obviously, there's been dark times, but I've known it. It's been in me. It's been a part of my life. It's been in some version of my mindset my whole life. And yet, I don't walk in it as much as I should. So that means that my children don't see my actions as much through Christ. My wife doesn't see it as much as she should. My wife certainly knows we've done plenty enough that she understands where I'm at, what we're doing, and she's right there with me. But my kids, that's the part where I need to get better at walking in the Spirit. So when you live in the Spirit, that's cool, but there's a second half to that.
Yeah.
And that's the piece that it's kind of the pivotal piece of being the example for your household for a man. So, 25, the fact that it's a verse all by itself, and then it's a direct, repetitive verse, it every time I see that, I go, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I hear you.
Well, Brian, for that being a chapter that we couldn't get a hold of after we sat down and went through it, there's a lot in there.
Yeah, for being short, there is a lot in there.
Yeah. We're going to do Galatians 6 next week.
We already did that one.
We already did Galatians 6?
Yeah.
The last chapter?
I remember.
Yeah, we jumped it out of sequence,
Yeah.
and then we went back and started over.
Jumped it way ahead.
Then did we do Ephesians after that? Or?
We did, yeah.
Oh, so do you not want to do 6 again?
Oh, I'm good with 6.
Yeah.
I love 6.
Because I didn't
honestly.
remember. I mean, I
Especially
think we
if we
should
got
just...
6 of us in here. Let's do 6 again.
So that'll finish up Galatians.
Yeah.
We've already done Ephesians.
Mm-hmm.
And so then we just need to decide where we'll go to there. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll let everybody know that next
Yeah.
week,
Absolutely.
where we'll go to and what chapter we'll tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Or if we get a suggestion in the comments, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
if somebody wants us to try
Head that
to review
direction.
it.
Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah, I would say if somebody has input and
Yeah.
says, you guys need to go here next,
Yeah.
Or
we need to look into it and see if
If
we're,
we have a-
How
if
do
we're
you guys
missing,
see
if we're
this?
missing
That's the
something,
ones I
or
like.
if we've missed something, or
Yeah.
Yes.
if there's a continuance that
Yeah.
we don't know.
Yeah.
Well, same thing was the Galatians on that one. I was like, if anybody's got one that we need to talk about, and be like, hey, you want to see what other people are talking about and thinking about it, and see if you're thinking of it the same way or
Yeah.
clicking on it the same way.
Yeah.
If we miss something, you put it in the comments. We can
Yeah.
put those comments on the next podcast.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about them a little bit too. So
Mm-hmm.
Well, we did the guns, and we did the gods.
now let's talk about the spirits.
Yeah.
Good.
We're still in it.
I didn't bring any. So.
Well, me and there's Dickel we can talk
Yeah,
about.
buddy, let's get started. I purposely reserved that opportunity for camera.
I brought the one that I talked about last week, the Duke.
Mitch.
Yes,
Grab
sir.
me those 2 Bible boxes.
Yes, sir.
So the one that we're going to be trying tonight is George Dickel Tennessee Sour Mash Whiskey Superior Number 12 recipe. I did a little bit of looking on this, and it says that it is aged for a minimum of 9 years. They won't tell you how long it's been in there, but it's a minimum of 9 years. It's got a nose kind of like Jack, in my opinion, right off the bat. Not my favoritist.
That's quite a pour for not
I'll
your
let
favorite.
you all pour your own.
Do you want to split that off on some
he's
of mine? Or?
No,
He's trying to get rid of it so he can,
pass?
so he can
Did
get
you
rid
try
of the
some of
bottle.
that earlier?
he did. He can give an opinion on it.
Yeah.
He
You
can give
had
us.
two, so you can do a good review.
He can do a great review on it. I can smell it already.
It
I know.
stinks.
I can smell it already. You don't have to stick your nose in there.
Not a very.
Last week
That
we went
that
through
smells
and,
like a terrible Honeycrisp,
and we rated all the
like a rotten one.
other whiskeys we've been going through.
Oh,
That's got
So
sour.
if you
apples
remember
all
any of
over it.
those, or
Fruit and yeah,
go through and write them
like
down
it
all
was
this.
something delicious and then it missed.
But this is
Yeah,
going to be
it makes
Dickel.
it
This is
hard.
going to be
That
Dickel
nose
in
is
here.
not favorable. Now we probably should be fair.
No,
This is-
Mention that this bottle's been. It's
This
history
bottle has been in my house for 15 years at least,
open.
opened, but with the cork in it.
Right.
So
Whiskey does not age in the bottle.
they can't really go bad either.
I've never had those.
And this is a sour mash,
It's
right?
a sour
We can
mash.
give you a snorter most
Yep.
of those.
Yeah, we can.
A sour
If you want
mash, Superior 12.
That
number
horse
12.
soldier.
Yeah, it's right there.
If you ain't
Cattleman's
never had
Club's
it,
right
I
there.
would seriously
And
try
the
the
nearest
horse
horse
soldier.
I'll have a horse.
Horse
That's,
soldier is
that's
delicious.
talking
definitely,
about
that's
it.
definitely worth a taste.
Yes, it really is.
That's,
Thank you.
that's pretty special.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta put the nose in it.
Okay.
Dude, when you say, now that you said that with the Honeycrisp, but that's a power suggestion as well, right?
Yeah.
So, but if you were to take a core bucket that you throw apples and pears and
Yeah.
everything in there and just let it sit, about the time the fruit flies, I'll get to it.
That's what this smells like.
That's exactly it.
Smell that.
It's like, ooh, them apples are fermenting.
That one even
Yeah.
smells good.
Yeah.
You're like, yep.
That stuff
Oh man,
stinks.
it just.
I'm wondering where I was getting that from, and now you've
There
answered
you
it.
go. There you go. Yeah. Bask in it, Rich. Bask in it.
Oh, it smells like window.
I'll be honest, this might be one of the worst noses I've ever had.
Yes, it's got a horrible nose on
It
it.
does kind of smell like Windex.
Something like that, yeah. Or a cleaner of some sort.
Yeah, it's got
It's not.
But like I said, we're not bashing on it. We're just like I said.
Oh,
this,
I'm bashing.
Oh,
on
I'm
it.
bashing.
I'm not because I was like, there is
Well, the
some.
name in itself scares me.
When I go on the road next week, so I won't be here for next week's podcast. But I will find, because I hit enough liquor stores, that I will find some other Dickels.
It doesn't get any better the more you drink it either.
Can you take,
That's good, isn't it, Rich?
take that up and show it, get a close up of the camera? We had a comment saying we just
Yeah,
not showing
I
enough.
know.
Boy, I wonder if the moth made it better.
So there it is.
You just
Little
send
Miller dust floating on top.
You just send the taste buds just enough.
I'll be honest, that's a.
Yeah, talk
That
about,
tastes like someone probably loves it.
talk like
It just ain't me.
talk about a bitter pill. It's hard to swallow.
You know what's
Someone
even,
probably loves that.
you know what tastes way better? Anything else up there.
Oh, Uncle Nearest?
Yes. Uncle Nearest is like a solid 10 compared to
Oh,
that.
See, right now I can see putting that Halloween in some
Apple cider.
apple cider and just toning it down just a
Like
hair.
that?
You
I
know,
like that.
Oh, yeah.
I
that's
think
good.
you're onto something with that. I think if you were to cut this with an apple
I
cider.
still like.
Yeah, Honeycrisp apple cider.
Honey crisp. Everything with a honey crisp.
No kidding though, I think if you were to cut that with a
So
little
far.
bit of
It's
apple
already got-
cider,
it's already
you
got
might be
that-
in something fancy there.
It's got
So
the
far, the
flavor for it.
average
I
is
go.
up
I
to
think the portions might have to be
Yeah.
adjusted to get
Like
it to
at the
work right.
distillery, you guys did the apple pie for the fall menu.
Yep. Yep.
That'd probably fit in there.
I'll give this a 2.
Oh yeah, that's being
A 2 out of
A
5.
2.
2 out of
Out
10.
of 10. I'll give it a 2.
I'm gonna be with a 2 also because I think at some point we'll probably come across something that might need a lower rating. So
It's a
we
solid
have,
2.
you have to leave some room on both ends of the spectrum
Now,
somewhere.
in all fairness, this is a $30 bottle.
Oh boy.
Yep, I
That
looked it up.
today's price?
Well, yeah, that's today's prices.
Yeah.
Is
You
$29.99.
know what else is a $30 bottle for today's prices?
What?
That Cattleman's Club.
And that Cattleman's Club tastes way better than this.
I'd drink that whole bottle for you pouring me another one of them.
Yep.
I might need that whole bottle to drink another one of them.
So
That is an
so
unfavorable flavor.
we're at 90 proof, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 90 proof. You don't have to drink it.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Brian, take this one with you.
Wow.
I can't do it anymore.
That's a first for the podcast.
So that's a
there.
1 for you?
What?
That's
a
got to
one?
be a 1 if you won't even
Yeah.
drink it. What are we at?
That's a
here?
1.
I've not been here long enough to give it a 1, so I've got to find something that's worse to.
I don't
What are you
know
putting it at, Dean?
if there's much
You know, I'm
worse.
probably going to go with 2.76.
It's written down.
Mitch, you know,
I kind of feel like I might have to pee in it to clean it out.
So I guess I'm going to ask, how are we defining 1? Is it something so terrible but you can still drink it? Or is 1 we're pouring it out?
what is reported out?
Pour it
Okay.
out.
Well, I finished mine, so I guess I got to go 1.004.
Wow, not even a 1.1.
No.
Everybody got a number down?
Yes.
We need Mitch's. Mitch
Well, we
never
don't have
gave a
Mitch in
number.
here yet, do we?
Damn, Dean, what are you doing here,
Well,
excluding
you know,
folks?
we got to get a bigger piece of paper.
Well, by God.
Here we go.
I bet you can unfold it.
Yeah,
I don't
sorry.
have it anymore because it went down the toilet, but Tim Smith's Climax Smooch, or Climax Bourbon,
I'm really hoping that there's something better we can taste here in just a
It's-
second.
If you remember any of those, Mitch.
That's good, isn't it?
If not, we've got most of them right here.
oh,
I'd say that's my
That's your.
right below
well, feel free to
the rye.
do that.
Yep, that's the way we all said.
What
are we doing next?
The rye was the best.
Doing yours?
Yeah, we can do that, Duke.
Yeah, set that up there. That can
I
stay
know,
there.
I
For,
know Mitch
Oh,
has
dude,
had,
you putting
I
those
know
in
Mitch
order?
has had it before, because he helped me open it.
I certainly can. Yeah.
that goes
Right,
way at
clear to
the
the
end,
left.
Jared.
Yeah.
Other end. That
Yeah.
goes way more. There you go. Perfect.
Don't
We
put
have
it,
another
don't put
show.
it by the Bible, you might taint the Bible.
Here, you got to talk about this one, Brian. Oh, let me go up and show the camera.
Duke is inspired by the Duke. John Wayne was a bourbon connoisseur, and from what I read about it, nobody really knew how big of a bourbon connoisseur he was. And after he passed, I believe it was his son found a stash of several very, very good bourbons. And John Wayne had always wanted to have his own brewery, or distillery to make
do it,
his own
Mitchie.
whiskey, and he never did. He never did
It's
do it,
free.
but he had his own flavor profile. I don't know how he came up with it, but
Dump them out.
his son Ethan, I
We're about to
believe,
do that one. Just so you know.
Ethan,
He's trying
his
to do it.
son,
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
his son
He needs something
decided
to
to
just
carry,
pellet.
on John Wayne's dream
Yeah.
and opened a distillery in 2015. I don't think it says on here. 2015.
don't forget
I've got a bottle at the house.
Oh.
But anyway, he
ever opened it?
built the Duke bourbon on John Wayne's flavor profile that they knew, and that's where the Duke came from. And this is the Founder's Reserve.
That's dark.
It's they finish it in crew barrels.
Mm. Can I see the bottle?
Please and thanks.
So that is Duke. That is John Wayne flavor profile in that bottle. What are you drinking? Horse silver?
He's
That's-
working through the list because we're doing our averages there.
Water.
That's a good.
You got to keep it on hand to cleanse that palate. You might want to get you some water.
You know, I haven't really hardly drank anything tonight, and
Well, that George Dickel, you need about acetone to clean that out your mouth.
I think they make paint strippers for that.
Mitchie, did you ever come up with a number for the Dickel?
The Dickel, I'm a solid 2.
Yeah.
Just at I know what Pine Bluffs tastes like. I know what the Joe Joe Pickett tastes like. I know what the horse holder tastes like. The only two right now that I haven't tried was the Cattle Club and the Uncle Nearest I tried earlier.
Yep.
You want to try them?
Yes,
The
please.
Cattlemen's Club is it's a
Keep in
wheat-
mind it's
I
3 years old.
did try this one earlier, and I can't remember because I wasn't thinking about numbers when I was.
Oh,
Yeah. So I'm just gonna take a little splash of this one here real quick, because I said my taste buds are already there.
yeah.
French oak.
Yeah, it's
That one's got a little
It,
bird.
it's in the
Yep.
French oak barrels.
That's right.
And then they
Yep,
finish
that's
it,
right.
then they finish it in the crew barrels. So
Yeah, I think you're pretty close
I
with
don't-
that one right there.
I don't understand all of that terminology exactly, but
Little.
Do you want to pour all of ours so we don't overpour it?
yeah. Feel free to.
Yeah.
It's your bottle. You definitely
Oh.
can do that.
I brought it to drink. so
Okay.
I've got somebody looking.
Well, in that case, I'll take it first.
I've got somebody looking. I've got a friend that works at Supermarket Liquors
So-
that's looking for
Okay.
more Founders Reserve. So
Mitch, this is
But
only
it's
3 years
not-
old and it's still aging.
it's
He's
not
releasing
an
it now just to help
expensive
get some
bottle.
cash flow for it.
Right.
So that was one
But
thing
it's
he
not
made
a
it
cheap
very
bottle.
clear
But
to me
100
about.
That's the bottle you brought back.
130,
Okay.
125 to
bottle.
145,
Okay.
somewhere in there is where you're gonna. If you find it, that's what it's gonna cost you.
Like I said, man, I hit up some stores and I was like, if I
If you
can.
find it, I'll.
Okay.
If it's
Yeah.
under $150 a bottle, I'll take 2 bottles.
Okay.
I like that.
But it's
$150
gotta be. It
bottle,
needs
I'll
to be
take 2.
the Founders Reserve. I've not tried the other.
You get that last
The
little
other
bit of Dickel and it just.
Yeah. Keep trying to drink it out of there. It's stuck.
That's what I do.
It's got,
Get your big down.
No. I'm good.
It's
I'm
got-
good.
it's got a
in the
great
glass
note.
and pour it out. It
Jared.
would clean it out, maybe.
it's got
Yeah.
a very citrus, like up front, like a
Yeah.
very light
It's
nose.
certainly
like,
it's light. Yep, and it's certainly maybe a little on the sweet side.
yeah.
You're talking about the
Cattleman's
The Cattleman's
Club.
Club.
Yep.
Yeah, it's real weak. It's young. It's real weak.
Yep.
No, you can taste the. You can taste the sharpness of the youngness, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's when I start talking about booze and young, and I've told everyone here at this same table.
All right.
I think of young
Sucks getting old.
as sine waves, right?
Yes.
And the sharpness, and now as it gets older, it starts smoothing itself out.
As far as the podcast
That
history
has a
goes,
really
this
good
is the
possibility of
most expensive bottle
freaking-
we've had.
Oh yeah.
Most expensive.
Yep.
Ooh, it's got a real rich, real deep,
Yes.
rich
You get that-
nose to it.
You get the bourbon, and then you definitely get the wine cask.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a real deep.
You happen to know what his mash bill is?
To me,
He
that's,
told me.
one of,
I
that's
forgot.
one of my favorites.
I can call him
Because I'm kind of
It's one of
wondering.
the
I was
favorites
like,
in the cabinet.
Yeah, I can call him up.
because the proofage tastes
Sometimes.
like cowboy, but it's the
Leafy.
early
It's real light. I
cowboy.
think it's
Yeah.
80 or 90.
86.
Yeah, it's pretty light.
86. It's light,
Yep.
It's good.
But for 3-year-old just getting started,
dude, for sure. And I was like, I would actually like to taste that at a 100 proof.
yeah. Yeah, I wonder how he picked
That's
the proof.
pretty
That was
tasty.
one of my questions is
Yeah,
like, how did you
like I
pick
say, it's
proof?
Like
Was
it-
it by
it's
taste?
one of,
Was it
it's
by
one of
number?
the
Was
top
it by,
3 in my
like
I-
volume?
It's still not
Did
right.
you need to hit a certain amount of
It's
bottles?
still
in
not
it?
at the level as Four Roses
Yeah,
single
and
barrel,
Oh yeah.
from being
but
Pine Bluff Distilling, like I
it's a
understand
completely
why
different
puts
whiskey
it out
than the
at 3.
Four
You know
Barrel
what I mean? Revenue wise, and I'm
Yep.
or
like,
the Four Roses single barrel.
I'm trying to think of the
110 proof.
This kind of makes
What's
me
that?
like when
110 proof.
when I nose it,
110
it's
proof.
almost like I should be also getting a piece of like taffy or candy or something with that smell. Like it's so rich.
Yeah, it is.
I almost
very
feel like I
rich,
should
yeah.
be chewing on something to be able to smell it that well.
Yep.
yeah, it's definitely rich in the nose.
Yeah.
Super rich. Like it's. Like if you try to,
Werther's Originals.
Mm-hmm.
if you could try to compare the Cattleman's Club just on nose against the Duke, oh my goodness,
You can't.
There would be
Well, now-
nothing.
I would say those are the polar opposites of this
Correct.
selection.
Yeah, that's what
Right.
I'm saying. Yeah.
So you have an oakiness in the Duke that the Cattleman's lacking just a hair, right?
Yeah.
As far as the smokiness of it, that is undoubtable. The fruity notes are a lot forefront here
Yeah.
than it are here is in the Duke, but the Duke still has fruitiness to it, but it's
Much fuller bodied.
yes, it's deeper.
Yeah, but yeah, it's richer. It's yummy.
So much rich.
So much rich.
He's just sitting here hearing his name echo around the table. He says super rich, and he just picks his head up a little higher. Yeah, I don't mind if I do. Actually, yeah.
What do you
He's
think?
over here peacocking.
Who's gonna be the first to give a number?
Well, I'm not a
Mitch is
perfect
already
guy.
on it.
I'm already well above a 7.
Yeah.
The only thing that's holding me back is those wine barrels.
Yep, me
That's
too.
holding me back. It's not my style, so that's going to take a knock from me. It's really good,
It's a good flavor.
but
Smooth.
All right.
Though you can really taste that wine at the end though. Like
There's a sweetness that holds like when we talk about Pines Rye and you just
Yeah.
want to chomp on it. There's a sweetness on that back that it's literally just coating my mouth right now but that's at that higher proof too. That's just that
you can chew on it.
chew on, stomp on
I
it.
want to say it reminds me of like the way that
Dude.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Oh, weird. You mean you got wine characteristics in a wine?
Yeah,
aged
but I'm just
bourbon?
saying like that's the way that it hits the back of your tongue after
Yeah.
you've drank it. Is it's like a dry red wine.
Mhm.
I would say dry, just for the simple fact because I think of dry like a Merlot or whatever, where you're just like it's real flat across the tongue, but there's a little bit of sweetness and it's just flat. I don't get that.
I hate wine.
See,
I really don't
see,
have
I'm-
a taste for red wine at all.
I like the cognac,
Yeah.
so that's where
I've
that's
never been able
the
to-
fruity.
Oh.
So that cognac, you got the white start on that
Have you
cognac,
been
and that's
to-
in there.
Oh,
in
that's-
my cabinet, I was like, that's
Like
delicious.
local wines, Europe.
It's yeah. Like I say, if
That's
you
the
had-
only place that
that's
I
the
found
kind
wines
of
that I liked
cognac
is
you want
I
to
go
start with.
Farm
Right,
station
you don't want to
over
ever
there,
go to
I would
anything
like
else.
Different festivals, and I would drink the local wine. So
When it went on sale, when
The
they
wine's
clearanced it,
3
when they
weeks old.
clearanced it out at Sam's Club, I bought
I've never
every
eaten
bottle
for a
that
while.
left.
So
Because
that's
it
where I
was
like drawing.
tremendous.
I haven't really found any stateside wines that I like yet.
Did I put mine
Get
under
it.
the right person? Probably not.
Damn,
I think I put mine underneath Jared.
shooting for the
Pretty good.
moon.
Did I put mine underneath yours?
No.
Did I do mine? No, I didn't, did I?
Rich, Brian, Jared, Colton.
You put yours under who?
Did you put it under Dean's?
I did.
Put it under
Yeah, I got you.
Whoops.
Okay, there's room there. $1, Bob.
Yeah, I'm
$1.
surprised your dad, with being a brandy guy, that he didn't like the cognac better than. But he likes his brand.
He likes his brandy.
It's the same thing, just
Yeah, like it's
where it's made is basically the cognac's a little more defined.
My
than
indecision
brandy,
is
but-
represented by what's after the decimal point. That's the way I'm going to measure that.
Yes.
The amount of indecision that it leaves me with above a solid number is what I put in as the decimal action.
I couldn't score it higher than the horse soldiers.
What did I put for horse soldier? 6?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I did a tasting with Horse Soldier in Torrington. The rep.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
saying
You didn't do
something
yours
about
yet, did you?
Brian, but I think he put it in the wrong.
869.
Oh, you went over here in the average.
Oh,
Jeez, boys, you drank too much of it already, or what?
Yeah, no, not at
And
all.
I got to try.
oh, I just went
all
next to
three.
Mitch.
Yeah.
All three, and I was like, they were good. But the guy was telling me, he goes, hey, he goes, don't get wrapped
I
up
better
around your
go home
own
and type
product.
that up.
You should.
Print it out on legal paper because
There you
apparently
go.
we're expanding.
No, I'll get some bottles. Like when I'm on the road now, I was like, I'll pick up some different bottles of.
Oh,
If you see some of the good stuff, let me know. I'll be happy to purchase those and
Yeah.
bring them in.
Yeah.
I'd rather share my good whiskey than stare at it and tell someone about my status. So
Oh,
Right.
100%. So
I don't drink much at home, so I'm gonna.
I don't drink at all at home.
I'm gonna be drinking. I'm gonna be bringing a lot.
Yeah. That
Okay.
bottle of Uncle Nearest, I literally had to wash the dust off of it before. I don't drink at home at all, and they sit up along like the top of my cabinets, all up in my house. So, yeah.
I sit down in front of the fire just about every night during the wintertime with a warm cognac.
Do you?
Just sit there and watch the fire.
Ugh, I'm sorry. I hope you can grow out of that.
I'm still waiting to try the cognac and see how it tastes.
Let's get it.
Because it's right behind you.
It's right behind you.
I grabbed the last one. Dean grabbed
Sit
one.
back.
Make Mitch go get one.
Mitch is, I introduced Mitch's wife to it, and she fell in love.
Oh
with
yeah.
Are you taking the Duke home? I'm assuming.
it. Need to. We
Okay.
can leave it here in case somebody else wants to try it.
Okay.
Or finish it, or what. Like I say, I've got.
You're not going to be judged if you want to bring your good bottle home. I mean, I've definitely brought a good bottle home
Like I
before.
said, I've got.
I wouldn't.
I'm waiting on 2 more bottles, so it can stay.
When we
here.
get that $500 horse soldier in.
You said you have 2 more bottles?
No, I'm looking
Oh,
for somebody to pick me up.
Okay.
My buddy works at supermarket.
If we ever get
Oh,
that
that's
$600 bottle of
And they just got horse. They just got horse
That'll
soldier
be
in,
a-
so they've got.
a little.
They don't have the expensive one, but they've got 3 or 6, 2 rows
that,
of each.
That you want to put the.
Oh, this has never even been opened.
No,
Oh.
that's a brand new bottle.
I was not expecting that.
Like I said, that Sam's Club had that for a while, and they clearanced it out for. I don't know.
Now we're going from whiskeys and bourbons now
To
to
cognac.
cognac.
Yeah.
I'm starting to argue if that
Let's
doesn't
talk about
belong in a
cognac.
Glencairn, it probably shouldn't belong on the list.
Ooh, I would agree that it does not go on a list.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't put
What's
that
your
in.
thoughts?
I wouldn't put that up. This is just a taste.
This is-
This is just a taster
Yeah, so
because
let's, I don't know.
you guys poo-pooed my cognac when I mentioned it. So I was like, they gotta try this. at
Hey, I
least.
drank a rum the other day that
We did drink a rum.
I
didn't
hope
put
never
that on
graces
there.
I don't
my
know how
lips
you
again.
drink. I don't know how you drink rum.
You should try that
I
rum.
can't- I
Oh
can't-
my goodness.
I can't drink rum straight.
Yeah, you should.
I have to.
Rich,
drink
did you ever try the rum?
I
Is
have
it
to
still
drink
here, Dean?
rum.
I'm sure it is.
I have to drink
Oh, if it's here,
rum with
boys,
the mix. What
you're
kind
trying
of,
it.
It's like Myers or something?
No, it's
or
Florida
what?
rum.
It's actually
one-off type deal.
Revenge
What
revenge
ma-
rum.
What makes a cognac is a combination of specific French geographic location, unique.
just a
Yes.
little taste of it. Yeah.
It's
like
brandy
pop.
made in France, basically.
Okay, so now does that goes back to another thought process, right? Is bourbon not
just flat
get
out
made
denying it?
anywhere
I
except
don't like
in
cognac.
Kentucky and Bourbon County?
You mean to be classified?
Correct. So
Right,
not
it
big.
has to
being a
be
cognac,
from, has to be
geographic
from a certain
location,
region of
Not big on
France.
rum either.
a unique primitive
I can
grape
smell the spice in
variety, so it's more of a brandy.
Wait till you taste it; it'll blow your mind.
It's more of a brandy than it is
Wow.
anything else.
Yeah.
And a
You wanna
fierce
taste it
double
before you choose to take a
distillation
walk.
process, aging in French oak
Plus, I want
barrels.
to drive home.
All cognac must come from a officially designated cognac region of southwest France and be made from white wine grapes, primarily Ugni Blanca
Wine.
Ugni.
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 Uni.
UGNI. Ugni.
Ugni
Mutiny,
Blanca
Unite.
BLANC.
We probably sound so damn ignorant right now. These bunch of ignorant country boys from out there in Wyoming.
415 Southern Boulevard, which has been changed
Cognac.
to Trump.
Now this ain't the cognac that Trump
Really?
drank yesterday.
lives-
That
Trump lives on that
112-year-old
street.
stuff that he
Who
drank.
does?
Yesterday
Trump does
over
live on
when he
that
was
street?
over
West Palm Beach.
in England. They was drinking cognac that was 112 years old.